Hello everyone, this is David. Today is the 22nd of October 2016 and I have been on testosterone for 20 and a half weeks, 145 days or almost 5 months. And the biggest news actually of this week is that I finally got my court letter which confirms my legal name change to David and my gender status change to male. Yay! Really, that's big news. That's a big step on my transition journey. I have been waiting for longer than 10 months to get to this day to have this letter. And I've had to provide 2 psychological evaluations, and I have had a court hearing, and I have been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks because this court was really slow. And finally this week I got the letter, which is only one piece of paper, it's only one sheet, and this innocent little sheet of paper changes so many things. It changes my whole life because it finally confirms what I always knew, or I knew for a long time I was. It confirms that I'm a male person, and it changes my sexual orientation by legal recognition of my gender, and it also changes my social status in society in a certain way, and that's because I am now entitled to benefit from the famous mysterious thing called male privilege. Have you ever heard of male privilege? Yes, you probably have. Male privilege is something like that men are, in many parts of the world, in most parts of the world, actually paid higher than women for the same job. They are getting jobs easier, even if they have the same qualification like female people have. They are recognized totally differently in society, and that is, to only give you very few examples, men are listened to very differently than women. When a woman speaks up in a room full of people, especially if the rest of people in the room is male, it's very likely that the woman is not listened to as seriously as a man would, even if the woman says exactly the same stuff a man would say. She is listened to differently. And the fun fact about male privilege is that I don't only experience male privilege with the letter now. Fun fact is that I have been experiencing male privilege ever since I took the step to socially change my gender role. And that was completely virtual back at the time. When I changed my name to David at work, and so therefore in society, in January this year, certain people immediately treated me differently. Actually, I was expecting something like that. I was pre-warned because I've read a lot about male privilege and what especially female to male trans people experience, but I would not have been prepared to something like to something happening which actually happened to me. And that was, just to give you one example, white, cis, straight, male, middle-aged dudes reacting to me and treating me totally differently. And they treated me from one day to the other like I'm one of the boys now, which I am. But just imagine, it was a totally virtual name change. Like I was pre-hormones, I was pre-surgery, I was pre-legal name change. I just announced, hey guys, I'm David now. Please address me with my male name and use male pronouns for me and just treat me like a man. Which they did, which is great. But that also included treating me differently. Like listening to me differently. Like straight, cis, male, white, middle-aged dudes suddenly addressing me like not very distantly, like certain people did before. Like, so, hey, you're one of the dudes now. You could say, wow, it's cool to have this privilege, isn't it? Yeah, it's cool. I don't deny that, but it's pretty uncool to see that male privilege is so existing. That's a little bit sad. But it's reality. And another reality is, which this piece of paper actually causes, is that it changes the sexual orientation of me and my wife. Just a piece of paper. you know, I'm into women. I always was into women. So under a female personality, that made me a lesbian. That made my wife a lesbian. Now I'm a man. I'm straight now. And my wife is straight too. Okay. Another fun fact is that we used to live in a civil partnership because, very unfortunately, in Germany, we don't have a full equal marriage yet, which is a shame, but let's not discuss that. And the civil partnership that we have will not be dissolved now that I'm a man. So we have the we have the very specific situation that as a straight couple, we are living in a civil partnership, which is by law a construct dedicated to same-sex people, to same-sex couples. Ta-da! The other way around exists also, and that makes it even more spooky. We already, although officially we don't have a same-sex full marriage in Germany, those marriages exist. And that's when a partnership consisting of a man and a woman being fully married under German civil law, when one of these partners transitions and changes their gender. The marriage also, the full marriage also in this case, will not be dissolved, or they are not forced to get a divorce. The marriage still exists if after the transition, after the gender role change and the gender change of one of the partners, they are a same-sex marriage. So someone actually should tell the German government. Yes, let's call them by name. It's Angela Merkel and her Conservative Party that keep opposing, after so many years, they keep opposing to introducing the full marriage for everyone. Yeah, as I said, which is a shame. But I guess now that someone should tell them, really, someone should tell them that opposite sex civil partnerships do exist. And that same-sex marriages do exist. It's reality. It's already here. So, ta-da! Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely strange. But for me and for us, our civil partnership will not be automatically upgraded to a full marriage, but we are going to get married again. So, if we want the full marriage, we have to get married again. And since we're both very much looking forward to that, we are going to get the marriage somewhere next year, probably when everything is changed and all my papers are changed. Yeah, something great to look out for. So, sorry for the unstructured contribution today, but I just wanted to share the big news with you. I'm very happy and I have to do a lot of paperwork right now. So, take care. See you soon. Bye.